The re-deep dive of The Price is Right will not be seen tonight, as we have this feature W2M presentation honoring Betty White.
You know, couldn't have waited 18 more days. Could they have? 18 days.
You two are mathematicians. If you do the math, Betty White has been through so many leap years that technically she's over 100 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I am going to say is this to the universe. You're already producing such an incredibly one-sided Ashes series. Did you really have to get Betty White out on 99? Just few more, let her get her ton, then go ahead and take the long walk to the pavilion? You had to go ahead and have that wicked ball hit the stumps? Really? Really?
Even though tonight is predominantly Betty White, there is a bit of other news desk item that needs to be discussed also.
Yes, we'll get to the other news. Thank you, John.
Oh. Well.
Damn Craig Ferguson.
I am not endorsing this, but Craig Ferguson is hilarious.
Yeah. But what I was going to mention was since then we've also lost Jay Wolpert.
Yes. We also are dedicating part of this to Jay Wolpert. Well, next week we'll talk more about Jay Wolpert because we are getting into The Price is Right, and he is originally from The Price is Right.
So we'll get him there.
So we'll get him there for sure. But yes, we did also lose legendary television producer Jay Wolpert.
And a very, very bad little bit of time in the game show realm.
I mean, there's been some epic buzzer beaters in game shows over the years, but this is the wrong kind of epic buzzer beater.
I'm telling you, in between all this and then with the more Jeopardy saga on a less heavy note, that's going on. Ooh.
More Jeopardy? Am I missing something?
Amy Schneider getting robbed.
Oh, I heard about that, but I have not seen the details, so maybe you can fill me in. I had a feeling we were going to probably talk about that on air tonight anyway.
Anyways, after a period of about 40 years, there is one nice thing that can be said. Betty White and Alan Lund are back together again.
Look, we got a whole episode to talk about Betty White. I want to hear about the news stuff first, and then we can.
Oh, we want to handle the news desk first. Okay.
I want to handle business, and then we can talk about Alan White and Betty.
Give you
Alan
the
White
business.
And Betty Lund. Yes, I said that.
Wait, I can't give you the business. All my bottles have drinks still in them.
Look, if I can't give anybody the business, and I haven't been able to give anybody the business in 6 months, nobody can give anybody the business. Well, I mean, all right, there might be one exemption, but Harry Broadhurst will not be seen tonight, so
that'll be on the plate. He was giving him the business. 10 yards, automatic first count.
Or is that 5 minutes in the box for a fight about to break out?
Look, it took a lot longer.
4 seconds, Nielsen.
I'm about to say, with him, it's a lot longer than 4 seconds, okay?
Fair.
So, some people, unlike the Islanders, aren't premature about things. And how's that working out for you record-wise this year, by the way?
Shush. There is no Hockey to the Max podcast on this network. However, there are a whole bunch of other stations and such on the W2M network, such as The Kickoff.
The Kickoff, which should be returning from hiatus after this week's action. We've got Soccer to the Max. Unfortunately, Sean, a little bit under the weather. He's been put on the reserve list if you will.
Unit lost.
Shoutouts to Urinating Tree if he ever watches this.
Feel better soon. Soccer to the Max will be returned once he's feeling better. You have a whole plethora of the Radulich shows. League to the Max.
A whole yeah.
Or
No, I know
whatever.
all about a whole plethora of Radulich shows.
Hey, we get a quiz show this quarter.
That we do. And
No. I say that in jest. We love Radulich and his friends.
W2M cares.
well, I was just going to say there's a new way that you can bug him and also ensure that we get a quiz show this quarter. More about that later.
Ooh.
Yes.
But yes,
Do you want to tell the folks where we're currently live? And let's do our actual intro plug. 7 minutes late.
wait, our actual butt plug. What? You could have taken that out of your ass 3 weeks ago.
So could the Lions have in the first
Really?
half of the season before they started getting good and beating the Cardinals.
They're gonna do a month-old callback? Really?
New Year, same me. Why the fuck not?
Well, as always, eating on air is a W2M Net Gimmick exclusive.
Currently, we are live on Facebook at facebook.com/W2M Network. We are live on Twitch, twitch.tv/W2M Net. We are live on Twitter at W2M Lilags and my personal Twitter at Squid Sportshead. The network Twitter hates StreamYard for some reason, so we decided to stop using it. Plain and simple.
That usually a Radulich is on it.
Yeah, it's apparently across all shows, so we were just like, whatever.
Whatever. Just like League to the Max or whatever.
Coming back this Monday, oddly enough.
Yes. We took an extended vacation leave. Yeah. That's what we did.
So that's what you're calling it.
Sure.
Alrighty then.
So anyway, Jay Wolpert.
We were about to talk about what's her name getting wrong.
Amy Schneider?
Yes.
Because I legitimately have not heard this story yet.
She actually posted on Twitter she lost her ID, credit cards, and phone trying to replace everything. Thankfully, she's okay. This just happened. When did she post about this? A few days ago. Ahead of Monday's show. And man, is she really breaking a couple of milestones.
Yeah, did you? I posted a thing to our Discord chat earlier. Final Jeopardy accuracy ratings. I'm going to give you a name. You take a guess at their accuracy rating for their run. No, don't go to Discord and cheat.
Okay, fine.
Let's play some clock games, sure.
Ken Jennings. I'll give you a hint, or not a hint, but I'll give you a little bit more data. Ken Jennings had a 75-game run, and this is just Final Jeopardy accuracy rating. Correct.
Just finals.
Just finals.
I'll start
In regular. Or sorry, actually, because I also have to in regular season play. This is not counting specials, tournaments, etc.
I'll start off with a 75%.
Lower.
71%.
Lower.
67.
Higher.
68.
Yes. Ken Jennings has a 68% accuracy rating over 75 games. Matt Amodio.
75%.
Lower. Over 39 games.
72%.
Higher.
73.
Higher.
74%.
Yep.
Damn. Good thing I don't play Card Sharks often.
James Holzhauer, 33 games.
75%.
Higher.
If I remember this one correctly, and I am currently not cheating, as you can tell, 97%.
Yes.
I might have been around for the research on that one.
As of winning her 26th game, where is Amy Schneider at?
75%.
Higher.
82%?
Lower.
81%.
Yep.
Again, I was around for the research. Standards and practices, I am disqualified as a contestant in that game.
Amy Schneider is currently at an 81% accuracy rating in Final Jeopardy over 26 games.
And she's still
She's still not done yet, yeah.
And knocking on the door of the million.
She just passed 850?
You mean she might be approaching $1 million?
No, I've got to go back.
We've done that gimmick before.
I still don't like it.
I've got to go back and look at the more updated numbers.
I know she cleared 850 very recently.
As of the episode which aired Tuesday, the 4
winners of all time,
918.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Amy Schneider, as of Jeopardy.com/contestant zone/Hall of Fame, 950.
So basically, 1, maybe 2 shows. Wins, done.
I would be shocked if she doesn't clear the million by Monday, aka tomorrow.
7 games away from eclipsing Holzhauer's length.
Yeah, because Holzhauer is at 33.
About maybe 550,000-ish away from taking Amodio's number 3 in highest winnings, regular season play. Single game winnings, Holzhauer for days.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's ever going to beat Holzhauer's record unless they use Holzhauer's betting strategy.
And even then,
Amodio number 5 in all time.
I don't think there's ever going to be a Jeopardy contestant that is going to be as, for lack of a better term, brash as Holzhauer was in how he played the game.
No, nobody's going to be that aggressive wagering. Amodio could have gotten close, but he had his whenever he hit those daily doubles, way too conservative in his pattern. And he didn't go ahead and swing a lot in final either. So,
speaking of
Holzhauer definitely played the game like he had nothing to lose, right?
He played the game like he was in Vegas.
He played it like he was playing with house money, and
it was house money.
Like if he lost, he lost. If he won, bam.
Watch.
And yes, that is your news desk for.
We have cleared the news desk. Okay, the desk is empty. Good. I like a nice clean desk to start off a semester, which unfortunately for me starts on Monday.
Yeah, and it doesn't stay that way for long now, does it?
If a messy desk is the sign of a cluttered mind, what does an empty desk sound like?
Touche.
To quote Albert Einstein. Yes, I have that quote on my desk when it gets messy.
To quote the late, great poet laureate of television, Nipsey Russell, if progress means to move forward, what does Congress mean?
Nope. If you're going to quote...
I don't remember the quote word for word, okay?
Whoa. If you would let me finish, I was going to say, if you're going to quote the man, do it right, and then I was going to quote it properly word for word.
Make it so. I think I know the quote too, but go ahead.
Progress means move forward of that which is to be seen. If con is the opposite, if progress means move, fuck. See, you know what? I'm putting you full screen because I had it.
Hold on. I think I got this.
Oh, the opposite of pro is
Pro is
con.
con.
Of that
That
which
much
was
is
surely
clearly
seen. If progress means move forward, then what does Congress mean?
There
Fuck
we
you,
go.
Espinoza. Oh, could you mind throwing a bottle at him just for good measure?
Gladly.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. I thought you wanted me to throw a bottle at him.
I missed anyway. Don't
No,
worry.
you actually hit.
I hit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, weren't you talking about that whole area of baldness right before the show? Didn't that hit you right in that region?
Actually, it hit me in the back of the neck.
No. All right.
I'll
Close enough.
So with that, I believe we're on to the main topic of the night.
Sadly.
Unfortunately.
Let me do a little monitor rearranging. And get the non-credible academic source.
Oh, you want to know something funny? Within the first day or like 12 hours, when the news started going viral, which was about 4 p.m. Eastern, New Year's Eve, Betty White's Wikipedia article had already been edited over 200 times, and Wikipedia administrators had to lock down the article entirely.
Yep.
Not surprised at all.
There was also a significant discussion on Wikipedia's page on whether or not Betty White should be featured on the front page of Twitter, or not Twitter, of Wikipedia, on their recent celebrity death box.
Really?
Yeah. Wikipedia is weird.
Gentlemen?
Or the community that runs, well, I don't want to say runs it, but for lack of a better term,
Gentlemen?
contributes to it.
Yes.
The top page has 34 entries. The top page has a 34-item contents list.
Case in point.
And there's even a 0.1 on one of them.
Case in point.
Let me, because I still have some Wikipedia tools here from my days of being an advanced Wikipedia unit editor.
All right. In the meantime, allow me to go through some of the read here. Betty Mary White Ludden. January 17th, 1922, December 31st, 2021.
Again, Universe. Out on 99. Why? A few more deliveries. She would have had her ton. You leg spinning bastards.
99. Hey, I've seen a lot of darts players actually purposely go for 99s.
Yeah, but again, it's different. With cricket, yeah, you always talk about those nervous 90s, and here she was.
First woman produced a sitcom in the United States, Life of Elizabeth. Named the fourth honorary mayor of Hollywood in 1955. After the transition to TV from radio, became a staple panelist of American game shows. I wonder why we're here tonight. Including, here's their list: Password, Match Game, Tattletales, To Tell the Truth, The Hollywood Squares, $25,000 Pyramid. Dubbed the First Lady of Game Shows, became the first woman to earn the Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Game Show Host for Just Men in 1983. Also, outside of our sphere here, known for her appearances on The Bold and Beautiful, Boston Legal, Carol Burnett Show. Biggest roles include Sue Ann Nivens on Married to Tyler Moore, Rose Allen on The Golden Girls, Elka Ostrovsky on the TV land sitcom Hot in Cleveland. Gained renewed popularity after her appearance in the 2009 romantic comedy film The Proposal. Successful Facebook campaign to host Saturday Night Live in 2010, earning her a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series.
She was hilarious in that episode.
You know somebody's done a lot in their career when the little panel on the right side of the Wikipedia page for awards just has a link that says full list.
Betty White has like literally 9 or 10 different Wikipedia pages. Like her filmography is a list article in and of itself.
3 words. Super Bowl commercial.
All right.
By the way, for the week of December 26th through January 1st, Betty White was the most viewed article on, or access article on Wikipedia.
No surprise.
All right. Gentlemen, I have a question.
What do you think I'm doing? Oh, they redid these. No wonder.
So, there is a list here. Do not pull up the non-academic credible source of a total number of wins and nominations for Betty White. Take a guess as to the total number of nominations. Eric, start with you. Play this just like the last one.
35.
Higher. Brian?
I'm sorry, I was reading something. Can you say that again?
Total number of award nominations. Higher than
35.
Oh, way higher.
Give me a number.
50.
Higher.
75.
Whoa.
I was gonna say 70.
Lower.
60.
Lower.
56.
Higher.
58.
Lower.
57.
Varieties and flavors. How many wins, Brian? Obviously lower.
28.
Lower.
23.
Higher. Oh,
26.
Higher.
27.
Funny how it works out that way.
I was thinking 26, and then I'm like, no, it's probably a little bit higher than that, and I went with 28.
Here are the awards themselves. I'm not going to list multiples. The American Comedy Awards, Britannia Awards, the Comedy Awards, Disney Legends Awards, Emmys, Gracie Allen Awards, Grammys, Golden Apple Award, Golden Globes, MTV Movie Awards, New and Now and Next Awards, People's Choice, Screen Actors Guild, the Slammy Award. Shout outs to our wrestling podcast on the network there. Teen Choice, TV Land, UCLA Jack Benny, Viewers for Quality Television Q Award, Women Film Critics Circle Awards, and of course, a Hollywood Walk of Fame.
So I'm trying to think which ones that she was connecting or that she collected as far as being a legot. 3 of the 5? Yeah, I think only 3 of the 5.
I'd have to read through the whole list, and it's a long list.
Oh, no. Specifically for a legot, be named a Disney Legend, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. LEGOT, legot.
By the way, those were all the nominations among those awards. She was nominated but did not win the Slammy for Raw Guest Star of the Year in 2014. Star on the Walk of Fame in 95.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if there was anything like she regretted doing, like the Golden Palace.
I don't know if there's anything public on that. Born in Oak Park, Illinois. Moved to California in fall year 23. Initially aspired to a career as a forest ranger. Women weren't allowed to serve as rangers at that time, though. So she went into writing, wrote and played the lead in a graduation play at Horace Mann School, and discovered her interest in performing. Experimental TV 3 months after high school graduation in 39. Jeez.
Uh-huh. Oh, keep going. There's more.
Okay. Volunteered for American Women's Voluntary Services in World War II.
Bum-ba-da-bum.
Driving a PX truck with military supplies to the Hollywood Hills. Quoted in her wartime service saying it was a strange time and out of balance with everything. Turned down from movie studios because she was not photogenic, and thus went more towards radio. Hosting Hollywood on television, while co-hosting it with Al Jarvis, but then solo hosting after his departure in 52. 51, nominated for her first Emmy, Best Actress on Television. Life with Elizabeth, nationally syndicated 53 to 55. Betty White Show in 54. I'm just hitting the highlights here. There's a lot. There's a lot. Anyway, I no longer have that question.
Betty White had a 9-decade career in television.
39 till. Did she have anything in 2020?
I believe she was working on something from home during the pandemic. I don't know that it's been released, but I know she was known to be working on stuff.
And besides those other shows mentioned, on What's My Line as an appearance in 55, To Tell the Truth, 61, 90, and 2015. 3 different eras. I've Got a Secret, Match Game, and Pyramid starting in 82.
The woman is literally the embodiment of done it all.
Pretty much.
I saw one of those newspaper editorial style cartoons. I'm sure we all know the type. And it's Betty White standing at the pearly gates. And the caption underneath it said, or something, and it said something to this effect. I don't remember it verbatim, but effectively it said something to the effect of, you've had a hell of a life when at 99, people still think it was too soon for you to go.
Facts.
10-year run as hostess of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for CBS. Oh, hey, look, the return of the Betty White Show. What was it up against? Monday Night Football. Ratings report canceled after one season.
Well, obviously, again, Monday Night Football.
Well, like I said, with when she passed, if it's one thing that can be said is she made it just in time for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve 2021.
But I am going to say this. And
Not
this
to be
is for
confused with the Ryan Seacrest ABC.
And,
Sorry.
and this goes for any sort of thing in 2022. If shit ain't better for all this and that, or if she doesn't go ahead, have some kind of duel with John Madden and come back or something like that, I'm gonna be mad. Because again, 2022 ain't off to a hot start either.
80s is pretty much, hey, she hosted a game show called Just Men.
Fun fact, it's the only game show she actually hosted.
Yeah.
We call her the patron saint of game shows, but that's because she was a guest on any game show and every game show under the sun that had celebrity guests.
I'm sorry, did you say Just Men?
And then you got this thing called the Golden Girls. Yeah.
Yes,
That's not our
she
purview,
did say
though.
this thing called Just Men. I think that's a
Cue to roll the videotape.
Yeah. Ah, yes, this episode. I think this is like the only surviving episode on YouTube. Well, period.
This is Miss Reggie Jackson, investment representative from Tucson, Arizona. This is Miss Mary Lynn Elric, a grocery checker from Bakersfield, California.
It was an interesting format. They took the key thing from the 80s Hollywood Squares. Do you remember the bonus game?
Yeah.
Where they had to pick a key and they stick it in the car and the car cranks.
Oh, hey, it's a new up-and-coming game show host in Pat Sajak.
They took that and then they got a panel, I believe it was 9 guys, of all men. Sorry, 7. Yeah. All men panel, and the contestants were women. And Betty White would ask the men, certain questions. And it was kind of like, in a weird way, it was kind of a battle of the sexes version of Hollywood Squares.
6 sets of keys don't start the car, and I'm going to mix them all up. And by the time they get down here, I didn't drop them today. I'm going to take these as an excuse to get over here in the nice department. First of all, hello, Steve.
The nice department.
It's funny when you're so new in your game show hosting career that tattoo is a bigger draw than you.
Good to have you here. We're going to talk later this week. We're just going to say a quick hello to Hervé. How nice to see you. Tattoo on Fantasy Island, of course. And Stephen Ford, bartender. Andy Richards. I'm not in the restaurant. How nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
Hello, Fred.
Hello.
Flashes up, everybody.
Good to be
Real
here.
people, Fred Dillard.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Oh, Pat Sajak, Wheel of Fortune. I'm sorry about that.
That's a leave it.
Okay. I need it too. And hello, Terrence Taylor. Dr. Peter White. I'd love to say
She did a great job with the show. It got too short of a run.
maybe it's just as well we're not.
Yeah.
On second thought.
I think it was the format of the show. It needed tweaking.
How are you? Nice to see you, Reggie. This is Reggie Jackson. Are you ready for that, Steve? You do know who Reggie Jackson is.
I've had the pleasure of meeting him once, yes.
Oh, okay.
Shall we move
Well, this is a
forward?
different Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
She's our winner, and she won 25.
Move forward a bit in the clip so they can see the actual gameplay.
And they can watch that video if they want to. I mean, the title was right there at the top. But 92 is when Golden Girls came to an end. There was a spinoff of Golden Palace, one season wonder. But also,
What Betty White was
before that,
famous for, and really what kind of made her the patron saint of game shows, or at least got her foot in the door to doing more of them,
are shows like this. Let's go to the videotape.
Oh, I already heard the match game.
I know, that's how I knew it was coming.
Come on, that's...
Jimmy Walker, Brett Summers,
course, correct numbers. Charles Nelson Riley.
That match game theme is like that's iconic in and of itself.
Oh, hey, it's Alan Ludden.
And Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game PM.
Of course, Alan Ludden would get Richard Dawson's spot on Match Game PM.
The syndicated version, yes. And I specifically picked this one because it did have Alan Ludden.
Well, if I remember correctly, Dawson wanted nothing to do with this version.
Dawson was. That's something for an episode later.
Nice to see all of you. You're a beautiful.
The deep dive of Richard Dawson coming soon.
Dan Zukaitis and Amy Hughes over here.
Survey says we're going to hold off on that one for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have anybody to kiss right around me, and bad idea under current circumstances.
Could bring Mama Watkins on for a cameo.
She's camera shy.
Really?
Yeah.
A singing soda jerk. You work behind a counter, or?
I work behind a counter.
So, Alan Ludden and Betty White, Betty White's third husband,
That's cute.
met
Is that down there
on a game
Torrance
show.
someplace?
Yeah.
Password, which he hosted back in
If
the
they have a
60s.
birthday coming up, we should go down there and whoop it up with ice cream. And...
At least it's not that one password theme that you hate.
Anyway.
Shut your mouth! We don't talk about that one.
That's what happens when ABC does game shows in the 70s.
You're lucky he stopped. Otherwise, I would have been telling you to
Good
get
for
the
you,
bottle
Eric.
ready.
But part of it I know.
Oh, you've got. He's
That's almost as bad as me saying, "Hey, Eric,
All right, just staying back of the.
what's the
No,
first thing?"
no, I will nuke your ass so fast.
Mute this man.
That person will go on to play the big money super match, which can pay
Oh, yes.
$1,000.
But yeah,
That's
after the
like a
90s,
guaranteed- that's the guaranteed troll now.
but after the 90s, it was 2006. She joined the soap opera Bold and the Beautiful, making 22 appearances. Boston Legal from 05 to 08, reprising a role from role she had as a guest star in The Practice in 04. A lot of appearances on Jay Leno. A lot of great appearances on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson.
22.
She needed the money. So the recurring skit would go.
That was the recurring thing. Is like, well, you know, Craig, I needed the money, so I'm doing this now. I needed cash.
2007, she was featured in commercials for Pet Med Express, finally making the animal welfare cause a bit more public. 2009, romantic comedy The Proposal, along with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. Highly recommend. Maybe we can get Radulich and Broadcasting to handle that movie.
Ahem. Hey, Brian.
First, we have to get our quiz show in, then we can really push the second one. We don't want to press our
Hey,
luck.
John, shut up for 2 seconds because clearly Eric's trying to get a bit in.
I said we didn't want to press our luck here. Stop it away.
Go ahead with your now ruined bit, Eric.
Hey, Brian.
What?
You know, there's another cool place where we could make such requests from Mark and to have the fans get in on all of the action here at the W2M network.
Why does this sound so obviously scripted and can't?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Welcome to W2M Network, everybody.
That thing you're talking about that may or may not exist isn't ready yet. Check back at the end of the month.
Now it's ruined. Now it's ruined.
Yeah, there's not a lot of unity among this team. It's often in Discord.
Yes, folks, he was plugging our Discord server, which I'm currently in the middle of some final tweaks on, as it was brought to my attention today that some things did not get set up properly. And we're still waiting on Sean to do some back end stuff as well to be able to have our Discord running properly. And as always, you can relay your encouragement emails for him to get off of his ass and get this stuff done to s.garmer@gmail.com.
When he's feeling better, of course.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's like the 2009 Mars commercials that Betty White was in. You're
Now-
not you when you're hungry.
You see that, Nielsen? You see that, Nielsen? That's how you do a fucking s.gardner Gmail bit. That is how you do a bit.
Yeah, and I purposefully, segued it right back on the topic by the stickers commercial. You're not you when you're hungry.
Hashtag
I mean,
segue.
thank you.
Dramatic reverb.
No. But the ad did feature
that was just bad. I had to do something worse.
that ad was so popular, that Snickers ad.
How popular was it?
It was,
It was so popular. It was the only ad with Blake.
it featured the 2010 Super Bowl. And right after that, there was the grassroots Facebook campaign. Betty White to host SNL.
And it happened. Oh, it happened.
The group was approaching 500,000 members when NBC gave the confirmation March 11th, 2010, that she'd be doing it May 8th in the same year. At age 88 at the time, oldest person to host the show, beating Miss Spillman, the winner of SNL's Anybody Can Host contest, who was 80 in 77. Opening monologue, she thanked Facebook and joked that she didn't know what Facebook was.
You
Now
don't have to
know what it is. I have to say, it sounds like a huge waste of time. What is not a huge waste of time is watching this podcast on Facebook.
See, you wouldn't have to recap the monologue that she did because they just re-aired it on Saturday.
You went a long way around for plugging us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Long way around.
Too long.
If I wanted to go the long way around, I could list everywhere you could find this podcast in audio form, such as...
Oh, dear God. Stitcher, Spreaker, Podbean, Castbox, Overcast, Apple Pods, Google Pods, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Yeah, if you name it, we're pretty much on it.
Okay, I think a hot potato 9 would get you to pass always.
Are you done with the really crappy setups now?
No, my guess would be no. He's
I'm gonna
probably
take
got
the
another
over.
1 or 2 in him tonight.
I mean,
I'm going to
after
take
that-
the over on that bet and say that you're right.
I mean, after all of that stuff she did, then it pretty much just became hot in Cleveland. And working with all kind of stars, promoting animal rights, meeting with Barack Obama, met with Bill Clinton, PBS documentary, Betty White, First Lady of Television in 2018. In 19, she was providing the voice of Bitey White, a toy tiger that was named after her. And then in December, we can count the 20s because the documentary style movie, Betty White, A Celebration, which is planned to be released in theaters January 17th this year.
Shout out to People Magazine, by the way.
Yep. So pre-film production will be going ahead as scheduled. I just read it.
Good.
So I know we'll be doing on Monday, the 17th.
Well, I know one thing that'll be happening on Monday the 17th. It's League to the Max or whatever.
And it'll just be whatever, probably.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah. Betty White to the Max or whatever.
That sounds more accurate, at least for that particular day.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness they put the filmography on a separate page.
Again, that's what I said. She's got a lot.
Oh, and 2 audiobooks if you, since you're a podcast person, if you're watching this. Here We Go Again, 2004. If You Ask Me, and of course you won't, 2011. Both read by the author. And then you can go through the 135 references on the page if you want to after that.
Oh, whew, okay.
So there's your history dive.
For those of you who happen to not be watching, there was a little bit of a moment there where I was a little bit extra silent. Yeah, there was a joke, but my mind said, nope, 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 no.
Yeah, no, I wanted to open the show on something else. And
Oh no,
I didn't
there
think
was
it would be
something
in
in
that phase.
there was something entirely different. Trust me.
I mean, do you still have the image of Craig Ferguson? It pretty much sums up Betty White's style of comedy. Because she would go there.
Her later comedy, like 90s
Yeah.
onward.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
gonna let that speak for itself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Still not as bad as my joke.
Try us.
No, no.
I know Eric, and when he is like actively restraining himself like that,
Fair.
See, he gets
that's probably not even suitable for point of viewer.
God, no. I would get my ass canceled so fast. It would be hilarious, but I would be canceled.
We'll do that one off air then. Maybe.
He'll tell me at some point down the line when you've forgotten about it, but you're probably never going to hear it. Let's be honest. I know the level of restraint that man is pulling right now.
I've
only seen it like twice ever before.
Yeah. If you'll check the appropriate place here as we're broadcasting, you'll see why. Yeah. Now, yeah. Fill in those blanks, if you will.
Oh,
Ooh.
The sentence formulated in my head. Don't worry.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, we're not making that joke tonight.
You know what that would have gotten if it made on air and TV? You've seen Pyramid enough times, right?
A cuckoo? It would have gotten a cuckoo?
One damn big cuckoo.
Yeah.
If it was on Craig Ferguson, it would have gotten a big flag over somebody's mouth and a good.
Exactly. That would have led to a lot of hate mail sent to s.garber@gmail.com, without a doubt.
That would have gotten a Craig Ferguson. What's the coming to go?
Okay. So here's
about that. What's the coming to go?
So I got another question.
That didn't work. Okay.
I'm waiting. There we go.
Look,
it's apparently slower now than it used to be.
No, that's because I have to go.
He has to hit a button.
Yes, I have to hit extra buttons because this is a different show.
What is your copy that over to here yet? In the thing.
Yeah. How many people actually have active questions? Even the man himself who created it has only used that once here.
Well, he's not here because Harry Broadhurst
will not be seen tonight.
So here's the question. Best Betty White game show moment. Eric. Come on, you knew this was coming.
Just
I
because,
gotta see if I can find it now.
just because I know something.
Oh, you're going to look for your clip. Okay.
Just because I know something's coming doesn't mean that I'm prepared for it. And I'm usually. Wait, let me reformulate that in my head before I finish that sentence.
Wise idea.
Oh,
I've got mine.
Yeah, you're gonna
If
have
I
to
remember this correctly, this was a thing.
I've got my clip ready to link.
Oof.
I will give you an option that was given to me back almost a year ago
Okay.
when we were first doing the beta version of this podcast. I'll let you defer to the end.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian,
What?
you got your clip.
No, go move elsewhere. Go away.
Okay. In that case, Eric, go to the videotape.
Going.
Super password. The final cash word. Everybody's favorite toaster.
Take a look at the word, Gene, if you will. Show everybody at home what the cash word is. The cash word is shrewd. We're ready for the first of 3 clues, please, Betty.
Smart. Sneaky.
Second clue.
Conniving.
See, and having seen this clip,
Third.
Bargain.
Okay, I can't find it offhand.
It's 3 clues to get the cash word to be said.
Oh, I forgot about this.
A rubber one, you know that?
And everybody hated the gimmick. There it is.
that was
Betty
just
White
perfect.
destroying the toaster.
That was just perfect.
Are we actually in agreement on this was the best moment?
Oh yeah.
Throw it again. There we go.
As if it didn't break enough the
Courtesy of
first time,
RetroGameShows.com.
which it didn't.
Wait a minute. We have to play that again? Everybody in the world that's come on this show has wanted to do that. I've done it once already. That's our second one, but I'm so glad you did that, Betty. What was the word?
All right. Get a clip out of here.
The word was
The second best one, and I can't seem to find the clip for it offhand, but I distinctly remember, and maybe I'm like Mandela affecting this, where it didn't actually happen, and for whatever reason I remember it happening. But Betty White making a dick joke on Match Game.
I could see it happening.
Pretty sure that happened at least once.
But I can't find the clip offhand, but it was like Betty White was kind of the fanny flag of Match Game.
She was in the 6th position, yes.
And for those of you who know Match Game well, would know what I'm referring to, but Fanny Flag was I guess the best way to put it was ditzy blonde. I think that's the way to put it.
Oh.
Fanny Flag is beyond words in some cases.
Well, I mean, you know what? No, now this time I'm not going to do that out of respect. Fuck is wrong with me tonight? I need to get high afterwards.
Nah, you know what he needs? Brian, you have the bottle over there?
No.
Eva Cuervo?
You're an asshole, John.
Yes, I am.
But it was the person in the sixth position usually gives like, unless the answer is just that painfully obvious, it usually gives like some crazy third base answer, right?
To where Gene Rayburn afterwards would call on the audience to boo that person, and they would be promptly booed.
Yeah. I remember Betty White making a dick joke that was a third base answer. I'll have to see if I can find the clip, but
If we find it in time, we'll put it in the notes. Eric, you can't defer any longer.
Well, I mean, like we just aired it. How could you possibly get any better than that super password moment? And Bert being Bert, just playing it cool. This is how he does, how it goes.
I mean, Burt Covey encouraged it, for crying out loud.
Exactly.
Wasn't that the last episode?
It was the last cash word, yes. Not the last episode of the show, but the last time the cash word was ever used.
I got a good moment for super password, but it's not related. It's not related to Betty White.
As the typing gets faster and more furious.
That's not me.
No, it wouldn't be right to mention Betty White and not mention this. I'm going to make sure I've got the right clip, actually, because I don't want this to get screwed up. No. Good thing I did. It was not the right episode.
Aha! So he digs deeper. See, now I've got Fanny Flag in my head. Thanks, you son of a bitch.
It's not my fault.
I wasn't bad at you, Brian.
That's right. You son of a bitch is usually reserved for John. I'm you dirty bastard.
Yes, see? I remember my gimmicks after all this time.
That's not a gimmick. That's been a thing since we were in college.
Even more reason why I remember.
Old gimmick is old.
By the way, since I've already done this to John tonight and I'm appropriately stalling, I may need your help with something else, Brian. I mean, some of my clocks have been stuck recently and they all keep reading 9 to 3. Can you help me out with that?
Why can't I find this?
I have a feeling this is a reference to something where I should like you dirty bastard you, but
Yes, you should have. And you call yourself a fan.
Okay, I'll search it this way.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is a typical Tampa Bay Lightning fan. Doesn't even care enough to know what's actually going on with the team.
Oh, not that one. Password plus, Betty gives a taboo clue.
no, I was just trying to not give you the light of day because you like rubbing that score line in.
Now you explain it.
Okay.
You really think that I was born yesterday?
I don't know. I mean,
It wasn't,
Hey, at least we got Boulay back.
it wasn't what I was looking for, but I think it'll also work.
I'm happy about that fact.
all right. Do I have to fast forward to any
Go
particular?
to the videotape.
Like I said, do I have to fast forward to any
No.
particular point?
Show that made it all happen.
It's $1 Million Password. With your host,
Just, you know,
Hey,
I'll
Brian!
see you later.
It's the Reach!
And comedian Adam Carolla.
And Adam Carolla.
Hi, everybody. Welcome
Another
to the Past
person
Word
we
for Word
lost
battle,
way too soon.
celebrities and contestants going head to head.
I'll be honest
And for
with you,
what
that
it could mean,
Betty
$1
White
million.
hit me as hard as when Regis passed in 2020.
We've got two fantastic celebrities tonight. First, he's a TV star, a radio host, and you may know him from the movie The Hammer. Adam Carolla, everybody. Hey, very good. Nice to see you, Adam.
Good to see you, Reed.
Came in here after your radio show this morning here in LA, huh?
Yes, I'm ready to take a nap.
I'll bet you
Perhaps I'll wait for the speed round.
appreciate that. Thank you. Who you got over there?
Albany Irvin from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Albany Irving. Nice to have you here. Yeah. What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a corporate spokesperson, so I travel around and talk for a living. It
No kidding.
isn't really a bad job.
I'll bet. And you're not bad to look at either.
Well, thank you, sir.
Albany, thank you very much. Over here, she's one of the greatest comedy actresses of all time. She's a password legend. Betty White, everybody.
Password legend.
Enough said.
I mean, you don't even need to put password in front of that, honestly.
How many passwords do you
No.
think you've done, Betty? Any idea?
I don't know. Somebody told me backstage that they think it's around 40. I can't believe it.
Really?
I think so. But sometime in the middle of all those 40 shows, I got smart and married the guy in the middle.
Oh, I know that. That's right, the great Alan Ludden. Well, now look, Betty, you've got many, many fans, but this young man happens to be one of your biggest fans since he was a little guy, right? Justin Root, everybody. Justin, tell Betty about your dream.
This is 20 years in the making. I told my elementary school, because I wasn't on the football team or baseball team, I couldn't get anything like that. So I lied to them and I said that my grandma was friends with you and that one day she was going to fly me out to California to play Password. It's a true story.
Do you believe that?
So the moral of the story is to lie.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
I've been getting by on it for 60
Okay,
years.
great.
Now, Betty, of all the members, of all the 40 shows you did here, which one do you remember the most?
Oh, of course, there were so many. I just remember that during the run of Password, we got married. Alan had used up all his time off to, trying to sell me on the idea of getting married. So he came out to California and we got married and then flew right back, went from the airport to do Password. And at the end of that Password, he said, well, Mrs. Ludden, shall we go home?
Oh, no.
And somehow that sticks with me.
Oh, really? You know, for all of us who missed that moment, take a look at this.
This is the lovely star of Hollywood and television, Alan Ludden's beautiful wife, Betty White.
Betty, nice to have had you here.
Nice to have had you.
Played a very good game.
Thank you.
We'll see you all next
Been
week
fun
at the
with
same time or tomorrow on Daytime Password. Until then, this is Alan Ludden saying the password tonight is...
Home. Will you take me home, please, Mr. Ludden?
I certainly will, Miss Ludden. Thank you. Good night.
Oh, my God.
Gentlemen, I think we're done here.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I can't think of a better way to end it.
I got one. Those who stop Betty White from reaching her 100th birthday, make sure they are spayed and neutered.
Catch us
Well,
next week when we hopefully have Harry back and we continue on our normal scheduled course, which is the Price is Right deep dive for the remaining month of January. Fortunately, this week's episode was only going to be covering a high-level reintroduction and the 50s version, and we can squeeze that into next week's episode alongside the Bob Barker era. For more on our upcoming schedule, visit our Twitter. I'm Brian Espinoza.
Oh, we do have to plug where people can find us, of course.
I'm trying to keep this as a minimal outro. Just say your name so we can say goodnight. Now you killed the vibe. Great fucking job.
Hey, I can at least say also the clip that I was looking for that I couldn't find was the first episode that Tom Kennedy hosted, Password Plus, which had Betty White as a guest. I couldn't find that, so I think the $1 Million Password, though, did it better.
Well, there's not a lot that was on YouTube with Password Plus. Well, oddly enough, I won Season Wonder 79 to 80, but that is for another deep dive. And because someone doesn't get the picture,
Wait, you need to take me out of the picture. It might have drop zone or something.
Read the room, Nielsen. Read the fucking room.
GHN 2002, Twitter, Twitch. Don't forget about the show's Twitter, W2M Lilags. That's it.
I'm Eric Watkins. This has been a production of the W2M Network. No matter what, life will always be like a game show. We'll miss you, Betty.